The Trial, by Franz Kafka, is set in an unnamed European city that strongly resembles Prague in the early 20th century, but the setting is never explicitly identified. The vagueness of time and place is deliberate. Kafka creates a surreal, universal setting meant to reflect any oppressive, bureaucratic society, rather than a specific historical one. Joseph K., a respected bank official, wakes up one morning to find himself under arrest by mysterious warders. He is bewildered because no crime is stated, yet he is told he must appear before an unidentified court. This sets the tone of absurd bureaucracy and helplessness that permeates the novel. K is summoned to a tenement building where he finds a packed courtroom filled with ordinary citizens. The proceedings are chaotic, lacking order or rationality. K defends himself boldly, critiquing the corruption and secrecy of the court, but his words seem meaningless against the system's inertia. Though he is never formally detained, K's life increasingly revolves around his opaque trial. He consults with various figures, court officials, lawyers, and intermediaries, none of whom provide clarity. His lawyer Huld is sickly and evasive, relying on assistance rather than addressing K's case directly. K meets Titorelli, a court painter, who explains the futility of expecting acquittal. Only endless delays or apparent reprieves are possible. He also stumbles upon warders being whipped in a storeroom for misconduct, showing the bizarre mix of cruelty and ritual in the justice system. Each interaction underscores the absurdity and inhumanity of the bureaucracy. As the trial drags on, K's professional and personal life begins to unravel. His work at the bank suffers, and his relationships with women, such as Lenny, the lawyer's nurse, become shallow distractions rather than true connections. Despite his initial defiance, he grows increasingly weary and resigned. K visits a cathedral where he meets a prison chaplain who delivers the parable of the law and the man waiting before its door. The parable suggests that truth and justice may always remain inaccessible, locked behind endless barriers. The chaplain implies that K's case is already lost. On the eve of his 31st birthday, two officials arrive at K's apartment. They silently escort him to a deserted quarry at the city's edge. Without resistance, K is forced to kneel. One of the men stabs him in the heart with a butcher's knife. K's last thought is shame. He accepts his death as inevitable, without ever understanding his crime or the system that condemned him.